Hey, I'm Ronnie. Let's look at this house. Today we are looking at this home in Lexington, South Carolina. This is a 3-bed, 2.5 bath townhome in the neighborhood of Walker's Trail. I've made a video in here before for the 2-bedroom that is actually right next door. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'm going to go ahead and show you the neighborhood. So that is one end right down there. There is the entrance to the neighborhood, and then to my right is where this neighborhood's probably going to definitely continue. You have what looks to be a whole nother phase getting prepped to be built down there, and then who knows how far they will continue. In my other video I mentioned this, but this was a Great Southern Homes neighborhood, and then Great Southern was bought out by Stanley Martin, so it is now Stanley Martin. A lot of these units, or I should say the ones that are in here right now, were built by Great Southern. They have that Great Southern floor plan. What is going to be continued to be built in here is probably going to be the Stanley Martin floor plan, so make sure you look into that, and I might even try to come back and take a video of those when they're built. So again, this is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's currently priced at $229,900. I did do a video of the 2-bedroom next door. If you haven't checked that one out, you should definitely take a look. But let's go on inside. All right, nice and cool in here. The AC is working. So when you walk in, obviously you can see the stairs are right to your right, and then you have this nice long hallway to your left. The square footage of this home is 1,488, so a little under 1,800 square feet. Right to my left as I walk in is a security panel. What you get with this all depends on what the builder is offering, and then how I've always understood it from my experience working with builders is you can then have the security company that installed it come in later and do additional things like cameras and whatever you really want to sign up for. There is a half bath off of this hallway. I'll go ahead and show you that in a minute. But there is the hallway again, and then this opens up to the kitchen and living area. This setup is different than the 2-bedroom, so again, make sure you check out that 2-bedroom video if you have not. This is a bigger living space down here, at least in my opinion, that's what it feels like. You have LVP flooring, obviously opens up to that kitchen. I like the kitchen. I love the gray countertops, or excuse me, the gray cabinets, tiled backsplash, but I really, really like the counters. I think that's really pretty. I think obviously goes really well with the cabinets. For a 3-bed, 2.5 bath townhouse, I feel as though you get lots of counter space and cabinets in here, which is nice. And then of course you have this pantry off of this wall here as well. Lots of outlets, which are always really, really important, especially in today's age. In fact, over here you have a little USB port in this outlet, and then one of the fancier ones, I forget what they're called, but those are the newer ones that everybody's coming out with now. Kitchen's a really nice space. Living area is really nice. Big, nice sliding door here. Let's check out this backyard. In my other video, I talked about, I got an extra security measure here. Let me just move that. In my other video, I talked about how nice it is to be up against the woods here. You never know how long they'll have this wooded area back here. Who's to say? Could be a year, 5 years, 10 years, hopefully never. Hopefully this always just stays. I don't know of any plans to build back here right now, but how nice is it to live with woods in your backyard for extra privacy? And then there is the back of the unit right there. There is that end unit I did in my other video. You could see how it has that peak, whereas this does not have the peak there. But you do have a covered patio, which is nice if you ever want to screen that in. You have gutters, and then of course you have this little divided area here. Let me just go ahead and put my phone on silent. Obviously this person doesn't know I'm making a YouTube video. Your HVAC components and all that kind of stuff. Let's go back inside where that air conditioner is. But the the backyard's a nice space. The HOA in here includes yard maintenance. I also believe they'll freshen up your pine straw. I don't know how often they do that throughout the year. And I believe it also includes a power wash. The HOA also includes your termite bond. I won't get into what exactly a termite bond is in this video and go into great detail about that because it's a little bit more of a conversation. But the fact that the termite bond is included, in my opinion, is wonderful. I believe some of the HOA money also goes towards some type of roof, kind of roof pool, if you will, so that if anything ever happens, there's some funds and reserve for that. But again, HOA things can always change, so do not go off of this video. This is just basic information I've been told, but that stuff can change. I was told that a few weeks ago. Who knows if it's still the same? I'm just telling you what I have heard. So you have 3 bedrooms up here. The 2 bedrooms that are not the primary face the woods, which in my other video I talk about is so nice. You have ceiling fans, and then you do have a closet. So there you go. They're not the biggest bedrooms, but again, I think for what it is, you're not going to get huge bedrooms in here. But in my opinion, could this be a great kids' room? Absolutely. Would it be a great home office? Definitely. This mirrors the bedroom we were just in. You have, of course, your ceiling fan. Carpet runs throughout the upstairs. And then your closet. And then this breaks up down to this hallway here, where off to my right, you have a nice shared hall bathroom for the 2 bedrooms I just showed you. And then around the door is, of course, your shower tub combo. Coming out of the bathroom to your right, you have a nice laundry room, a shelf. This is a big room. I think you could get some more shelves in here. If you watch my videos, I always talk about that. Your washer and dryer hookups. And then coming down here is your primary bedroom. To your left, you have a walk-in closet. It's a good size. You have lots of hanging components in here. And then coming back, here's this. Now, this primary is smaller. Here's another walk-in closet, good size. This primary is smaller than the primary in the 2 bedroom. Still a good size, just not as big as that one. And then you have the bathroom right over here with the walk-in shower. Of course, you have dual vanity, and really pretty that countertop and cabinet color from downstairs continues up here. And then looking out here, you have a lot of natural light. I like to be honest and give my opinion on things. Now, I'm not the one buying it, but I really like in the 2 bedroom how the primary bedroom is towards the back. So in this situation, the primary, like in the unit next door, you are looking at the woods from the primary bedroom windows. I just like the primary towards the back of the home in any home. I just feel like it gives a little bit more added privacy, but to each their own. So as we go downstairs, I'm going to go ahead and show you the garage, and then that will wrap up the 3 bedroom and walker's trail. We'll go out the front door. Hey guys, how are you? So here's your garage. Similar to the one next door, this is a 1-car garage. You have your water heater right here, of course. This is going to be where your water comes into the house and your valve. And then you have your garage opener, which is a smart feature, so you can control it from an app on your phone. There's your 1 car. You have plenty of room for at least 2 cars on the driveway whenever you have guests over. And just in case you're curious, well, why didn't they finish the garage? Builders these days don't really finish the garage, but the good thing about that is they're showing you where all the studs are. So wherever you see that white paint, that's where studs are. So it's really easy for you to go ahead and hang things in the garage. Want my help buying or selling a house in the area? All you have to do is send me a message. My contact information is in the description of this video.